What's poppin', all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's Damn She Jamaican, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 signs how to tell a Virgo doesn't like you. Alright, so jumping straight into this video, this is for both men and women, and this pertains to if you have your sun, moon, or Venus in a sign of Virgo. So the first sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they don't help you with anything. So when a Virgo really likes somebody, they're gonna try to make sure that they become the most helpful, resourceful person that they can be. You know, if they could help you out with something, they'll do it. You know, so if a Virgo really likes you, they're gonna try their best to always be there for you and be a supportive person in your life. So if you notice that a Virgo isn't necessarily trying to, you know, help you, if you ask them for help with something, if you need a helping hand and they're like, oh no, I can't help you with that, then they don't really like you. The second sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they don't ask you any questions. So I mean, they don't ask you any questions about yourself. They don't try to get to know you. You know, they don't try to see what's up with you, none of that. So when a Virgo really likes somebody, they're going to be very inquisitive about that person. They're going to try to learn the most that they can about that person so that they can know how to further be of help or assistance to somebody. So if a Virgo isn't being inquisitive, trying to question you, that just means that they're not naturally curious about you and they don't really have an interest in you, because if they did, they would be asking you a whole bunch of questions just to try to figure you out, because Virgos are the type of people that they like to pay attention to things and they like to learn. They're very inquisitive people and they're very intellectual people as well. So if they're not trying to ask you questions to try to put the pieces together as to who you are, then that just means that they don't really have an interest in you, / they don't really like you. The third sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they don't try to communicate with you. So if you notice that you're texting a Virgo or you're just trying to, like, you know, have some kind of relationship with them, if they're not texting you or responding back to your message, then they don't really like you, because Virgos are ruled by Mercury. They're very communicative people, and when they like somebody, they're gonna always be trying to talk to that person. So if they're not trying to talk to you, if they're leaving you on red, then they don't really like you. The fourth sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they don't give you any advice. So these people, when they really care about somebody and they like them, they want to see them improve, you know, they're going to give their advice. Because like I said, Virgos are very critical people and they criticize with care. Like, they're not doing it to be mean. They're just doing it to, like, help you improve. So when a Virgo isn't giving you advice, it just means that they don't really care enough to see you improve. You know, they don't care enough to let you know where you may need to, you know, do something better or whatever the case may be. If a Virgo isn't really giving you advice, if you ask for advice and their advice is like limited and they're not really going in depth, or they're just acting like they don't really have much to say about whatever it is that you're trying to talk about, then they don't really like you. The fifth sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they're more focused on their work. So basically, when a Virgo doesn't like you, they're going to pretty much only care about their work, what they got going on. If you try to hit them up, they're going to use their work as an excuse as to why they can't come see you or can't deal with you or whatever the case may be. So yeah, if you notice that a Virgo is always putting their work before you, if you're trying to hang out with them and they're like, oh, I gotta go to work, oh, I gotta do this, da 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 da, like, that means that they don't really like you. Because when a Virgo really likes somebody, they're going to make time for you. Whether it's before work, after work, whatever the case may be, they're going to make time for you. So if they're trying to use their job as an excuse, or if they're just pouring themselves more into their job and they're not really, like, trying to see what's going on with you, then they don't really like you. The sixth sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they're more focused on their health. So that could be in all aspects: emotional, mental, financial, physical, spiritual health. They're just more focused on themselves and developing and making themselves better. You know, Virgos, when they care about somebody, when they like a person, they're gonna want to see how to help improve that person as well, and help improve that person's health overall. You know, these people are just very helpful people, and they care about other people. So if they're just more focused on them, their well-being, then they don't really like you. Because when a Virgo likes somebody, not only are they going to care about themselves, but it won't just always be just about them. They're going to make sure that they care about you as well. The seventh sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they don't spend much time with you. So a Virgo, when they like somebody, they're going to try to spend as much time with them as possible. You know, their time is very important. And when a Virgo really likes somebody, they're just going to want to be in that person's presence. So if you notice that a Virgo isn't trying to be in your presence, they're not really trying to spend time with you. And even if they do, it's very limited, like they cut it real short, then they don't really like you. Because when a Virgo likes a person, they don't mind spending their time with them. So if they're not doing that, then they just don't really like you. The eighth sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they're always busy. So when a Virgo doesn't like a person, they're gonna always come across like they're busy. Not only just with work, but with everything else in their life. They're gonna be like, oh, I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. Like, they're just not gonna have no time for you. And yeah, they're just gonna like always be busy. Like, you could never get a chance to hang out with them. They're not gonna make themselves available to you at all. So if you're trying to hang out with a Virgo and you're realizing that they're always busy, then they don't really like you. The ninth sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they reject your advancements. So that means, like, if you're actively or like obviously trying to flirt with them, trying to be with them, trying to get their attention, and they're just not reciprocating the energy like at all, like they just don't care at all, then they don't really like you. Because when a Virgos aren't like mean people. They can be critical, but they're not very mean people. So if they don't really show you any attention and they kind of looking like they kind of being mean, like they ignoring you and then they don't really like you. The 10th sign to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you is they talk about you to others. So if you notice or maybe heard through the grapevine, this is the kind of sign that is very hard to tell if a Virgo likes you, especially if you don't really know that Virgo very well. But if you've ever like just heard like, oh, that person said this da da da, then yeah, you'll know that they don't really like you. Because Virgos are ruled by Mercury, right? And they could be very social people, and these are the type of people that they'll talk about other people, like to other people, just in random conversations or whatever. But if they're talking about you but they're not talking to you, then they don't really like you. That could just be a sign that, you know, they figured you out, and they just know that, okay, I don't really like this person. And they may like tell somebody else about it, but they won't tell you. Like I said, this is a sign that you kind of won't really know. Like, you have to be intuitive, or someone would have to tell you if you have mutual friends that, hey, this Virgo said da 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 da. All right, so that was kind of it. That was 10 signs how to tell that a Virgo doesn't like you. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what's going on. Please give me a smash like on that button. And if you would like a birth chart or synastry chart reading between you and another person, please feel free to go ahead and email me directly. My email is in the description box down below. Alright, that was pretty much it. I hope to see you on another video. And yeah, mwah, peace. I'm the one that makes it rain. Better ask, ain't know my name. Damn, she Jamaican on her way to fame. If I say that means bitch, I ain't play no games.